Well, hello to my beautiful Capricorns. Welcome. Happy birthday. For those of you who have mid-month birthdays in the sign of Capricorn, this is our first time ever money and career forecast for the year. So your yearlies are up, your monthly for January, the 3-month January, February, March readings are up. I am going to do the monthly money and career coming up after this, but somewhere in December's reading, Spirit called me to do a yearly forecast. So after a little bit of meditation, here we go. This is what we're going to do. Now, all the cards have been blessed. I also have a little bit of a money altar going here for everybody, and the cards have had the money symbol sigil anointed on them with the abundance oil that I create. So it's going to be fun. I already did a couple trial readings and they were really fabulous. So here we go. Let's get started because it will take a little bit of time. I'm going to pull a card for each month and a clarifier in tarot. We'll finish up with a fortune cookie and we're going to start with an overall energy for the year. So here we go. It's going to be fun. So this is a general reading as always. And since it's a forecast, it's really a good idea for you to check in with this a couple times a year, see how things are going, compare it with the monthly, compare it with your monthly energy reading as well as the monthly money and career reading. It's just tools to go forward. It's especially important because we know we're seeing the signs of a change in the financial markets. There have been myself and a lot of other tarot astrologers and whatnot saying that the money finance and banking and things as we know it now have to change for us to align into our new earth, right? So not only is Mother Earth herself, Gaia, going through these changes as we see with all of the extraordinary earth changes, but now we're going to see this come up, I feel, with banking and the way we use money and currency. So let's keep that in mind as we go through this broad view of what this potential year can bring. Now, this is a 7-year. Everyone's sort of been waiting for this year. It felt to me like I could breathe out again, but it's still going to be a year of change, ebbs and flows, and March in particular is a huge astrological event, and I would check into Pam Gregory or some of the other astrologers, Braca Goldsmith, who can give you more specifics about the alignment of the planets. That's not what I do, but those are two of the ladies that I happen to follow. Check into them and see what they're saying about all the planets and what's going on, and historically how things change when the planets are aligned. A healing. So your overall energy for the year is a healing. Okay, remember, this is going to be about money. So while this card might be a healing in the spiritual reading or in general energies, for here, it is an overall energy of healing and a healing coming into you. Now that ring is kind of bothering me there. Okay, we're going to put this on our altar since it is citrine and let that do its thing. Okay, let's get into this. We're going to pull a card for, wrong deck, one card per month. And then I'll read them all as we go and pull the clarifiers in tarot. Okay? Oh, they gave you quite a bit. Risk, caution, partnerships, envy. The first 4 months of the year: risk, caution, partnerships, envy. And don't get concerned about it. Let's get through the whole thing and also check the tarot and see what it is it's telling you. Again, this is money forecast for the year 2023. Angelic help, mechanic. You go building something in that second part of the year. Real estate, groundedness. Thank you. Windfall. Thank you. Thank you. It's in August. And last 4 months. Thank you. Leadership. There you go. And this little fear. Sorry guys, just making more room. I'm still in my little space, my little desk. Unexpected, and loss. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Artist. Interesting. Okay. So let's look at this overall money energy for the year. Remember, this is the healer is in to help you. I'm going to give you the overall. Okay, so the second 4 months of the year, May, June, July, August. So that can be spring into summer, or summer or fall into winter for you, depending on which hemisphere that you're in, is really your anchor time. Okay, this is the big time for you to pay attention to. In January, February, March, and April, what you have going on here, there's a little bit of a risk. You're willing to take a little bit of a risk. I'm going out on a limb. This is what Capricorn wants to do. And remember, this is for all major placements in Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, as well as the North and South Node. And if it doesn't resonate in any way, because it doesn't sound like you, then please go check those other positions, because you might be more in your money sign of Venus, which rules love and money. You should always check your Venus sign in regards to that. So, but here Capricorn is taking a calculated risk somewhere at the beginning of the year, having the courage to face fears of uncertainty, odds being better than you think, moving forward. I'm excited, I'm hopeful, here's where we're going to go. There is caution in February to remind you not to overspend on any of the needs that you particularly have. More money might be going out as you're building your business, as you're building your career and building your money. In March, you look at a partnership that will help you increase your business profits. And you don't have to do it alone. There's available resources to you. You might receive money or an offer, a grant or loan, or you might get that job or an increase in pay. This will relate to you in many different ways, because some are working, some are looking for work, some are looking to improve work, some are looking to become entrepreneurs or work from home. Others, if you're retired and you're looking about things to do, side projects, or even how to invest your money going forward, this can apply to you as well. So there is the building of something here in that money of March. In April, there's a little bit of you, if you're looking at others because their grass is greener, it isn't always, so don't be confused by that. But with this partnership coming in March and the influx of cash that you need to move forward, you could have some who are a little jealous of you, which, you know, isn't cool, but it happens. So just beware, protect yourself. Here we come to the meat, which I love this because it's in the second 4 months of the year. So instead of doing quarters, I'm doing sort of trimesters here. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have the 3, sections. This is the center: mechanic, angelic help, real estate, windfall. So a mechanic is about building, mending what needs to be fixed, fixing the ideas, the game plan, the business plan, the resume, the money situations. You may even be in the career of mechanic or building or fixing things, okay? You might have to really look at it, hone in on it, and figure out all the places that need that kind of help. Come in June, okay? In June, there is a little bit of faith in manifestation. There's a career blessing lining up. Maybe all this work from the first 6 months is sort of coming to fruition, because when you put forth in that December new moon in Capricorn, 6 months later, late May, early June, is the full moon in Capricorn. And therefore, that is when the things come to fruition. That's when the project ends. That's when the project sort of develops. What may have been a manifestation comes to reality, or kind of firms itself up, usually in that 6 month period of time. And that works perfectly with the angelic help coming in. There is either a career or a blessing with you. Pay attention to your signs from your angels. And it's also a time to trust that what you were guided to do, the risk that you were guided to take, without going too overboard, the help was sent to you, and now you're building and you're moving towards it. Come July, there is the solid foundation. You're building from a solid ground, very earth oriented, right? With real estate, home, foundation, going back to basics, maybe even being in real estate, or that could be your side business. But it's about foundational buildings. And in August here, we have that windfall. Now that's the 8-8 portal. 8 can be a number of abundance. It is also a reminder that whatever you've put out in those previous 7 months, you may actually see the windfall come through. Whether that's manifestation, increase in pay, the bonus you were expecting, the new job, even a windfall. This is like the Ten of Pentacles. And when the Ten of Pentacles comes, that is sort of inheritance money, or money you weren't expecting, and a large sum of it coming all at once. Now, this will require you in September in your sister sign of Virgo to really execute your leadership. Take time, step up, move into the role of your life. What is it that you want to be? How do you want this to look? Especially if you've been blessed between May, June, July, and August with all that you wish to put together in that center part of the year. As we move forward, there's a little hiccup here. We're going to get into the tarot, but with the leadership, it's really for you to succeed in any leadership opportunities or positions that you've put yourself in. Take that leadership role in your life, and your finances will improve or have improved because you've agreed to accept and step into your power. Right? And this can definitely load. Remember, when we have June, you have the healer of all ages, which are our ascended masters. And this is very representative of the ascended master Jesus. So here you have this in this 6th month with the angelic help, that healing, the blessing of the things that are meant to come for you come in this time frame. This is a 6, 5 and 1 is a 6. The 6th month shows the angelic help. Can you deal? Can you deal with the way the cards work? Come October, there could be a little fear. You might have a fear of success, a fear of, oh my gosh, everything's going so well. I do not want this to go away. Do not sabotage your own success, right? It may require you to step out of a little bit of a comfort zone, because all of a sudden the goat, grounded, goal-oriented, disciplined, a lot of things may have happened in the spiritual, in the air, elements, or maybe even fire element, that it happened so quickly for you that you start to look at it and go, okay, how do I bring this down to earth? What do I do so I don't mess it up, right? This is a reminder, do not allow yourself to get there. Now, in November and December, there is an unexpected expense. It can also be a loss where there's a financial turmoil that's happening. It could be a transition of your job. Or you also have to remember, in money and career and for the future, this could be an unexpected loss of a client, or the company that you were working for shuts down, right? And they need, there's layoffs, so you may be afraid of that. It can vary in many, many ways. Please remember that it also can be a loss that is not of your making. It can be something that has been placed upon you, as if there may be a financial crisis, as we're talking about. There may be a stock where they, a decrease in your stock or your investments, or things where they were great investments, were making a ton of money, and market correction. Thank you, Spirit. So a market correction might come in on something that you have, whether this is insurances or money markets or stocks. And I'm not promoting any of this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only reading to you the energy that I'm getting from this. Okay, so this is where taking that leadership role, not sabotaging yourself. Okay, because there's always a decision and a choice to be made when something comes up and seems like it's a loss. Is it really, or is it just a correction? It's going to align you at the end of the year, as you're going into your new solar return, how you're going to take this healing throughout the year, because overall this is about building to this crescendo, right? So this is this healing all the way until the end of the year, reminding you to prepare, put money aside. You may have to continue to work really, really hard, not to just take this for granted, which is very typical of a Capricorn, anyway, but it's also about this leadership and dealing with things head on, not running from it, whatever it may be for you. Okay, so now we're going to pull a tarot card for each one of the months, the monthlies. Okay, so here, so you can see, here's risk for January. Okay, we're going to get a card for that. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, the World. Oh, I love this. This is about completing a cycle successfully and starting anew. The beginning of the year, taking a risk, throwing the dice. What are we going to do? How are we going to move forward? How am I building this empire, this legacy, this wealth for my family? You know, you're taking on a new cycle. You've completed something. It's time for you to move into the new. Celebrate. If you haven't, celebrate that. Wow. Caution. Okay? The caution card about not going too crazy when you get those ideas. Don't overspend. Look at this. You get the 9 of Pentacles. This is about independence, independent wealth. This is reminding you that sometimes to be an entrepreneur or to be self-employed or to go after something, there's money that has to go out. The old adage, you've got to, spend money to make money. You have to promote. You have to amplify your voice. All of these things that get yelled at you about how to make a business successful. This is about make sure that you're ready. If you are looking to become self-employed or to have a side business, that you have enough money or finances coming in order to do that, right? So that's where the caution. If there was a different card under that, I would say you're all about this. But with the caution, it's reminding you to make sure that you have that emergency plan, that you have money set aside, that you're not spending more than you're bringing in so it doesn't put you in an upside down position. Okay, here we go. Let's get into March. Partnership, right? These are so shiny and the light is bright here at night. I wasn't sure if I was going to show them, but I think you want to see them. Partnership. What's our partnership, Spirit? Who's our partner? Thank you. Where are you? There, you're here. Partner. A Page of Swords. So there you go. New. Right? Information, communication can be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, or you can have these placements, but I feel like your partner, the news of your partner is going to come in. You may get news of this money offer. Maybe the partner is the bank, mortgage, a grant, line of credit, any number of things that may come through this information with the page. It's new, it's information, and it also could be an air sign. I love that. All right. Envy. Who's our card for envy? Who might be envious of us? Beautiful Capricorns in April. And here's the envy card for April. Sorry, guys. That might be better. Envy. April. Who's kind of looking at us side-eye? Or are you looking at someone else side-eye, like, this is what I want, this is what I wish I had? I'm not feeling it's you. I'm really feeling like someone sees Capricorn made a plan, Capricorn went after it, Capricorn is starting to succeed. You now have the business partner, the financial investor, the angel investor, the new job that you wanted, any number of things, and you may be walking away from someone who is causing you that grief. That's you leaving something behind. If it doesn't suit you, you're leaving it. If they don't suit you, you're going to walk away from them. You don't need that energy. You're going different places. Yes, here's a second card of you leaving something behind that goes with mechanic. Mend what needs mending. If it's broken, it might be lost. It might not be. It's up to you. You have the ability to easily fix your finances in the mechanic card, and with the 6, if it isn't serving you, if it's not making you happy, number one, if you don't find your passion in it, and if there is something that just, it's, when you're working on a project or something, and I'm not an advocate of giving up, but there's times when you've been pushing, and sometimes you're pushing against it, even though the universe gives you the signs. You know what? my beautiful Capricorn spirit, I want you to leave this and move here. I'm guiding you here. You're not listening, so fix what can be fixed. It may be broken, fix it, but all is not lost. Remember that. It's just a redirection. And with angelic help, yeah, the Ten of Swords. Where you may have been worried, concerned, these kind of people that might be around you, what you've had to leave behind, feeling like, oh my gosh, I've worked so hard, and each one of these trials and struggles, this is after you leave behind anything that might be broken. People might be envious, people may be talking in your ear, trying to convince you to do otherwise. You are finished. You're over. There's no more fear. There's no more worry. The angels come in and assist you, and boom, you are on your way. Real estate with the Ace of Pentacles. Hello, grounded energy. Look at that beautiful gift from the divine. The 10 becomes the 1, which becomes the Ace. We're here, all of that people stabbing you in the back, you even stabbing yourself in the back, your fear, your worry, your concerns, think of air energy. It ends. And with this real estate and building your foundation here coming up in July, how gorgeous is this to receive this beautiful new start with the Ace of Pentacles. Love seeing Pentacles in a money reading and on a month that represents real estate, which is groundedness, which is the earth element. So this is how, when I said it's so much fun, because all the cards were working together so perfectly, this is what I was talking about, seeing how this gelled, the 6 month with the angel help. It's fun for me, and I love giving you some potential forecasting and things to just keep an eye out for. Remember, you have free will, and you have the ability to change anything at any time. And I'm not sure if those, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to shuffle this again, because oh my gosh, I must have mixed the deck up. So let's be sure here. I don't want to give you cards. See how it's all, I'm not sure which ones were yours and which ones I just flipped over by mistake. It's just micro energies that are potentially around you during those months. Okay. Thank you. Oh, strength. Look at this. Here is strength. And this is also, I'm going to give, they said both cards. So strength and the Tower. Leo's energy, 8th month energy. Also about Leo. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Got it. I was wrong. The Tower is in the 8th month. The Tower, which actually adds up to a 7. Yeah, this is July. With this Ace of Pentacles, thank you, Spirit. With the Ace of Pentacles in July going into this windfall, the Tower comes through, and I love this card for the windfall, because the windfall is you're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. It's a positive cycle. It is something that you weren't expecting. It comes out of the blue. It is, well, a windfall is just that. It's a windfall. So it's not something you've planned for. It's not necessarily something you're expecting. You may have sort of worked towards it if it's in a job and a pay raise, but you may all of a sudden in that month of August get this news that, wow, I just signed a new client. Wow, we got the house. Wow, they're upgrading me to whatever. That's the windfall. It comes out of the blue, and that's what the Tower is. That's Spirit's redirection. Angelic help in June, the end of a cycle, the new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles and building your foundation. This Tower comes in with the windfall. Wow, are you going to be surprised? The reason why they made me move this is because the 8th month, which I was thinking is August, but what they're really talking about, they drew my attention to the crown. The crown. The crown. So they're telling me this with the crown, that it is about leadership. You have the strength. You have tamed any beasts within you. You've walked away from the things that aren't serving you. You are the leader. You are the Leo. You are the lion. You are the leader. And they wanted me to just keep referring to the crown. So that may have something, but as we see strength, which is Leo's major arcana, And, you know, king of beasts, the crown is what they keep saying to me. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Wow, that's the quote they just gave me. And this is where this potential fear, loss, and whatnot comes from. You have the inner strength. Look at what you did. You got yourself here. You got yourself into the Virgo month until September to your other earth sign to assist you, right? You can do this. You are able. Don't get wrapped up in the shadow side of worrying about, now that you managed to get this windfall and you're starting to build and you have people, little cubs who are looking after you, family, friends, community, relatives, workmates, and you don't want to let them down, right? That's sort of where the fear and the shadow side come in. Alrighty, where are you? You might be juggling a lot, having that conversation with yourself back and forth. Yeah, Spirit's really saying don't do it. Just, I mean, obviously, we're human, and our ego mind is going to go in places that it's going to go. Spirit wants to remind you to let it be. Accept it, release it, and let it be, right? And here, I love this card. 1. So you have the Ace, and now you have the Magician, reminding you that no matter what happens and comes in unexpected, you have all the tools. Capricorn has all the tools with the Magician energy here in November, October, November, December, to create and manifest whatever you want to create and manifest. Don't get wrapped up in the small skirmishes. Remember the big picture. And oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, I know I have so many sweaters on. I'm freezing, but now they're all kind of sticking to me. So here, with the loss, there's justice. This might feel like a loss. It may be something where you have to go and negotiate out a contract. You may have a contract that someone's trying to wiggle out on. You may have had an agreement with a professional position. If it's not that, it could very well be there is justice, there's balance, there's restoration coming to you. Libra is here. It's more legal and earthly justice, but it can also be karmic justice. Okay, karmic justice coming in to assist you. And let's see what the bottom of the deck is. Remember, the Artist was the bottom of that deck, and wow, look at the bottom of the deck on here. The 4 of Wands. Do you know what that is? Commitment, contracts. So 1111, awakening code, but it's also in this, what most would consider the wedding card in a traditional reading. In a money reading, this is a commitment and a contract with justice here, and this being the end, the bottom of the deck, excuse me, for December. I'm really feeling, and it's wonderful for you, that this will work out in your favor. If there was some kind of conflict financially or with a client, a work contract, a money contract, a loan, or anything along those lines, that loss and the justice card and now the commitment contract or the contract card will certainly look to be in your favor. Wow. Capricorn, loving this reading. Isn't it life? It's up and down, right? It's up and down. But gosh, the center, the heart of your reading, really all the way through the first 9 months. And then you might get a, oh my gosh, it's really happening moment. And from there, something unexpected could happen. There might be a little partnership issue. There might be something in your family where if you're in partners with your family, you might have to negotiate that out. Now, this isn't about love, but if it is partnership with a partner, your person, there could be a disagreement with how you guys can't work together or live together or both, you know. That obviously will work out differently for everybody, but I want you to think about this overall. Ace of Pentacles, a 10, the 11, the 1. So you have 1, 1. First of all, 1 and 1, 11 and 10. All individual numbers, okay? But then that adds up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones. That is about your new beginning. 6 with the healing. You have a 6, you have a 6 here. Gorgeous. 8 and 8. Thank you. I'm sorry, 4 of Pentacles. I said 2 of Pentacles, didn't I? Because I looked at this. This is the 4 of Pentacles. The fear about your foundation. The fear about any, sometimes this can be miserly energy in the shadow because you want to hold on to what you have. It's money in the bank. It's also foundational money. It can also sometimes be you're not satisfied. Wow, this happened. I made this. Now I'm not really sure this is what I want to do. Or should I go forward? I mean, it'll work itself out in a variety of different ways if this aligns to you. Burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Healer of the ages. Fortune cookie has given you burnout, which is about your health. Now, here was one of the other things I was going to say. With the 10 of Swords, this can be a feeling of exhaustion. This can be that overwhelming. With the benefits that come and the light that shines on angelic, Ace of Pentacles, Tower, Justice, Strength, you may feel like you're pushing yourself a little too much. And so here's another card of taking a moment, making sure in order to get through the year, to be healthy, to be happy, to feel centered and positive all the way, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So there's a card as a reminder with those fortune cookies about burnout. Your hard work will see results, but don't let your health suffer. And that could be where the loss comes in and the fear that it starts to play tricks on you mentally. And thank you, Spirit. Manifestations. I love it. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. And that's your final message. That's the risk right here. The world is yours. Take the risk. If you haven't already started, look at that. Perfect. I love it. Okay. So that is your yearly 2023 money read. Check in a couple days. I'll do the monthly and we'll see how this goes. Again, you may be aligning to this in your Venus sign as opposed to your sun sign. So don't forget to check those other positions in your chart. And I leave you with abundant blessings. And I wish you the best year. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. And the like button. Oops. And there's my timer. So with that, I say God bless and abundant wishes. Bye for now.